Yeah, I have a little noise in the background. I have my AC on because it's almost 100 here in Texas already at 11:26 a.m. on a Monday. So it's pretty hot out. So finally, I got a confirmation. Well, I've known it since fourth grade regarding CO2. Mike from around the world finally said it too. That CO2 is actually making the world greener. So this little puff here, or burp, has already put out 10,000 times the CO2 into the atmosphere than mankind has in our entire time on Earth. But don't worry, a scam is in the works to tax your minuscule footprint. And that's the facts of it. CO2 is transformed into oxygen through our plants and trees and plankton in the ocean for us to breathe. And they want to get rid of CO2, meaning they pretty much want to kill the planet. That's what they're steering right towards. But don't worry, they're going to assimilate themselves with the AI and think they're gods and they will live forever. They will not. I want you to understand, especially you elitist pigs, communists, you are already on death row. You cannot win, you will not win. You can try all you want to, but you're going to die in the process. I can assure you, our Creator, our Father in heaven, He is going to take you out one by one, one by one, one by one. You will have 3.5 years of fun with your sick ideology led by the Antichrist, and then God's going to come here and He's going to kill all of you. Every single one of you. And that is why you're going to call upon the rocks to fall upon you so you can hide yourself from Him who sits on the throne, who is God Almighty. He's going to kill you. You already control the world as it is. And yet you want more. So to me, it cannot be anything else than you just possessed by a demon, because you're steering and steering and steering, shut up dogs, towards your own doom. So you must have been blinded, and God has hardened your hearts. Just like Pharaoh in the book of Exodus. You just won't listen. You cannot win. You cannot achieve anything. You lost. You're on death row already. I hope some of you, who is not possessed already, you can find a way out and become a real human being again, like God intended you to be. If not, within a decade you're dead. Goes for you too, Klaus Schwab. Right. And you know, they're talking about the environment, right? Their new religion. Well, this is a picture from 1920 and then a picture from 2020. That's 100 years. And this is what catastrophic sea level rise actually looks like. Do you see any difference here? It's exactly the same. But you just keep believing these scientists. But I have the proof right here in front of you. Nothing changed. Nada. And then we got this one. That's my name for him. I found that out myself because his son is a crackhead. So he is Crack Pipe Daddy. But there's all this talk about gun control. See, these entities that is supposedly to arrive at some point in time, they can actually be harmed. The demons cannot, but the alien greys, as they are called, and the reptiles, the lizards, they can actually be killed by a bullet. That's why they frantically want America disarmed. Frantically, and they're willing to do whatever and lie about it, cheat about it, in order to get your guns. You hold on to it. And their red flags laws is a gun grab. It's illegal. It's unconstitutional. It's illegal. It's impeachable. I want you to know that. So here's the definition. For those who don't understand the meaning of rights, we need to make it clear once and for all. The Second Amendment does not apply to semi-auto rifles, nor does it apply to bolt action rifles, pistols, or revolvers. The Second Amendment restricts government. The technology of a firearm is irrelevant. The restriction on government remain the same regardless of the firearm. The Second Amendment was not written to grant permission for citizens to own and bear firearms. It forbids the government interference in the right to keep and bear arms, period. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. You do understand you have that right to be able to defend yourself, your family, and protect yourself against the government, the communists, because that's what they are. They just call it socialism, but that's just another word for communism. It's a softer word. You don't bring up, oh, bad memories. Oh, socialism is okay. Well, as I've said for the last decade to you, the only difference between communism and socialism is tyranny by vote. We saw that happen at the election. That's tyranny growing. Communism is tyranny by the barrel of a gun. You give up your firearm, you will have a barrel of a gun pointing at you. And then you go into the camps, and then they're going to systematically kill you off until they come to the desired number they have on the Georgia Guidestones. That's the plan. So read this one again. I'll give you a moment of silence. Read it and understand what it means. This is exactly why we have Second Amendment, because they knew back then, by experience, what leaders are when they get absolute power. Read it again yourself. Over and out. God bless you.